Hello guys, I've got a quick video for you today to talk about the sleeper god tier monster that is Aptonoth, like the meme is actually real. Okay, so I'm 200 hours in, finished both Elder layers, and I have a full team of maxed out Elders and Deviants which are optimized with their genes, and I'm still finding it difficult to remove Aptonoth from my team. And basically it all comes down to its kinship skill, because when you use it, it automatically knocks the enemy down. And you know why that's good, because knockdown enemies get knocked out of enrage. Every physical hit on them will be a critical hit whilst they're knocked down. And it's not as crazy as it sounds on paper, because there is some balancing to it in the fact that your Aptonoth gets knocked down in the process, and that means you can't do something like switch out to a Nergigante and land a Calamity Slash on a knockdown enemy, or even use your charged up weapon ability to take full advantage of the crit, but there is a lot you can do with it that makes it absolutely broken under the right circumstances. We're going to talk a little bit about that, but before we get into the ideal techniques and situations to use it, I just want to give a quick tip on the genes for it to work perfectly. You're going to want to throw on the gene head to head XL, as this will allow you to fully charge the kinship meter after 2 successful head to heads. I also threw on a harmony gene, but I'm not sure if you even need this, because I don't know if it only applies to the base kinship abilities, but I threw it on anyway. As you can see, the rest isn't even optimized in any way, and if you wanted to, you could also put on the mounting charm at the prayer pot, which would increase the amount your kinship gauge fills up by 30%. So now I'll show you a couple of examples of its usage. So we're in the middle of a Kushala fight here, and Kushala starts as tech and then it follows into power. So I built up my kinship with Aptonoth at the start, and then I switched into my Silverwind Nergigante. I then built up kinship on him too, as well as charge on my weapon, and now I'm just waiting for the enrage. Once it's enraged, I'm now going to switch back into my Aptonoth and use the kinship ability. This is going to knock both Kushala and the Aptonoth down, allowing Reverto to land a massive critical hit. Kushala will remain down for a turn, allowing both Reverto and my character to land critical hits. Now, because Kushala has been knocked out of the enrage, he's going to revert back to his default type, which is technical, allowing Aptonoth to freely build charge again from winning head to heads, at which point we can use the kinship skill again and repeat the first process. Now Kushala is going to get up and he's going to shift into his ability phase, meaning I can switch into my max kinship Silverwind, where I have the choice to either use his kinship skill or use my full 3 charge hammer ability, which I opt to do for the finish. Another example of something that can happen if you have good RNG, though I didn't get the perfect footage for this, is say in this fight with Nergigante. I've gened in Calamity Slash onto my Nergigante, which deals massive damage and is perfect for regular knockdowns for that crit. So I get the part break knockdown, and unfortunately Nergigante doesn't want to auto cast Calamity Slash, so I have to select it manually, and we'll speak more on why that's important later. We land the big Calamity Slash and the full charge greatsword skill. Nergigante stands back up, and after this he's gonna enrage. So I switch to my Aptonoth, we KO, we land our crits. Now, ignoring the fact that Nergigante is practically dead here if he wasn't, Nerg is now back in his base form, which is technical, allowing Aptonoth to build kinship from head to heads, so we will be able to continue exploiting this tech state with Aptonoth. But remember earlier when I said I was unlucky because Nergigante didn't auto cast Calamity Slash? If he had done that, then hypothetically we would be able to land another Aptonoth kinship skill, which means more crits. Nerg would get back up and shift states. I could switch into my Nergigante and immediately use his kinship skill, which I would have, because I wouldn't have wasted the kinship on manually casting Calamity Slash earlier if he had auto cast it. So basically what I'm getting at is, with a little bit of RNG, you can absolutely destroy monsters to the point where they can't really do anything unless it's from a counter attack. And this doesn't just work on monsters with a base type of tech, it works on any monster. You just have to swap around when you bring the Aptonoth in. You of course want to be careful, because Aptonoth has terrible base stats, so you're only going to want to bring him in when you know that he can win a head to head or get free charge from uncontested attacks. And that's pretty much the video, guys. Give it a try for yourself and let me know how you get on. I will have plenty more Stories 2 videos coming out soon, so stay tuned for those. Give the video a like if you found this video helpful, and consider subscribing for more Monster Hunter Stories 2 content coming soon. Okay guys, take care.